These panels tell the story of the origins of the Golden Fleece. When this temple was first built, Athena herself inspired the artists. Would you like me to narrate?
Tell us the tale, Pan.
As you wish. When Zeus claimed dominion over land and sky, not all of the vanquished Titans were sent to Tartarus. Those who did not oppose Olympus were spared, including the brothers Prometheus and Epimetheus. These artful brothers were charged by Zeus to create both man and beasts to populate the new Olympian world.
That's enough for now, Pan. Let's keep moving.
A good tale is a stroll, not a sprint. Perhaps another time.
3 more are waiting for you here, but these 3 do not know they wait.
There is one thing I don't understand, Strixa. Or should I say, Athena. Why make the people of Kithra wait all these years before setting them free?
And what should they have been set free to? A ravaged island? A shuttered temple? Their leaders dead? I have preserved my people, protected them until the arrival of someone who could truly save them. I believe you might be that person. Your resolve on your quest has shown me as much. Will you prove me right?
I am determined to save my wife. Whatever it takes to do that, I will do.
3 more cases you must weigh. 3 more judgments you must cast. The 3 who remain bear the burden of this island's fate. Phaedon, Perseus, and Medusa.
We will find these 3.
Remember, those outside could not be held responsible for the crimes that have occurred. They were worthy of being saved. Those inside the temple, however, must be judged by you. And be sure they will resist such judgment.
Now how did you know that little girl was Athena?
There's something strange about a little girl living alone in the swamp, is there not? Particularly one with gray eyes.
This is why we don't follow Athena on Mycenae. Disguises, tests, trials. Give me plain-spoken Ares any day. Now, who gets gutted first? Phaedon to the west, or Perseus to the east?
We must deal with both before we're done. Come.
not pass to the sanctuary before resolving the fates of both Veda and Perseus. You may not pass to the sanctuary.
I hear people ahead.
It sounds like a debate.
My fellow philosophers, the Golden Fleece was an abomination. Its theft, criminal though it may be, will serve the greater good in the end. This I promise you, or my name is not Phaedon!
You speak falsely. No crime can serve the public good.
Can it not? And shall we take a nameless stranger's word on that?
My name is Jason, and I say your speech is false.
Then we must debate, sir. That is, if you have the credentials to speak before such an august company.
Hear, hear!
Our custom demands that all who speak in this assembly first demonstrate a modicum of knowledge of the subject at hand.
Let there be questions, and let him offer answers.
Certainly you would have no objection to establishing your familiarity with the history of the fleece. For example, a most rudimentary question. Who created the Golden Fleece?
What's the answer, then?
The Titan Epimetheus.
The Titan Epimetheus fashioned the golden ram whose hide became the fleece.
Correct!
If you speak by proxy, sir, why not simply remove yourself as intermediary and let me speak to the satyr directly? Otherwise, I think we've heard enough from your horned and hirsute companion. Shall we continue? Here's a question any acolyte would be expected to answer. What two gifts did Prometheus grant unto man?
Prometheus stole sacred fire from Olympus and gave it to man.
And the other gift?
His second gift was the ability to use tools.
If ignorance is bliss, behold a happy man.
Phaedon, he cannot test you!
Sacred fire, and an upright form in the image of the gods. That, sir, is the correct answer. Dare we even continue? I suppose we've come this far. What's one last question? Tell us, who killed the golden ram?
It was man who slew the golden ram.
Indeed it was!
An excellent response.
A seed of truth. But does it lie on fertile ground, or cling in vain to rocky perches? You seem to possess a rudimentary understanding of the fleece's history. Very well. If nothing else, I'll help expand your education. Charity is a virtue, too.
Phaedon, set the bounds of this discussion.
The thesis! The Golden Fleece is an abomination and has no place in the mortal world. The proponent, Phaedon, a humble servant of this temple and its high priestess. The opposition, Jason, an itinerant traveler from parts unknown.
Argument the first.
The fleece is an abomination. Was not he who created it, the Titan Epimetheus, cast down into Tartarus by Zeus for doing so? Clearly, the Lord of Olympus judged the act of creation to be evil and worthy of damnation. Can we not then infer that the product of that act is also evil and worthy of damnation?
A persuasive argument.
And yet a flawed one. Epimetheus' proud defiance of the command of Zeus was the cause of his undoing. How he defied that command is immaterial. His failing was due to a lack of wisdom. He was not wise enough to realize his motives were misguided.
First you speak of proud defiance, and then you speak of wisdom. The argument is muddled. This point belongs to Phaedon.
I, good sirs, endeavor to provide thesis. But if my opponent cannot supply antithesis, then we will not gain by synthesis.
Argument the second.
The fleece circumvents the will of the gods and the natural order. The immortal gods look down from mighty Olympus and wish such and such to be. And then Cleophas, the half-wit goatherd, uses the fleece and makes such and such not so.
I say we just kill him.
No mortal should have the power to countermand the divine scheme of life, death, and afterlife. I, for one, believe the will of the gods should be inviolate to the whims and caprices of imperfect minds.
A devout argument indeed.
Devout? I say a cold and cynical one. What of men who honor the gods? What of men inspired by the gods? Does my opponent deny that through man the gods can enact their humility? Perhaps the gods have more confidence in man than does my opponent. Perhaps they trust in the freedom of man's will.
An impassioned argument, and yet it meanders like a ship without a rudder. This point belongs to Phaedon.
Ha! Child's play. Continue. That is, if my opponent does not already